Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Green Lamb, and today I have a movie review. So I haven't done a movie review before, but I'm giving it a shot this time because Music Box Films actually sent me a screener of A Man Called Uwe, the film which is based off the book A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Backman. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing everything correctly. If I'm not and I interchange Uwe for Ove, I don't mean to, it's just a force of habit. They offered me a screener of the film in lieu of me making a review about it, and I was super excited because I don't think this movie was coming anywhere near where I live. I would have had to go to like an hour away to get to the theater, and I had nobody to go, so I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to be able to ever see this. And I was really excited for this opportunity, so I want to thank them for giving me the opportunity to do this. But basically, without further ado, here is the review. So, well actually, first, before the review, I'm going to put as much information as I can where cities are playing this film on musicboxfilms.com, which I'll link in the down bar. I don't know if it's .com actually. I'll just link the website in the down bar, and it has all US dates. I'm going to see if I can find dates for other parts of the world, but if not, I'm sure it'll come out sometime. I haven't really heard too much around here about it coming out, but then again, like a lot of people I talk to and stuff like that haven't heard of this book because they're not really readers or don't watch a lot of films with subtitles, because this was in, I want to say Swedish, but I'm probably wrong. I need to look up what language it's in. I always mean to, and I always forget. But anyway, this film was so good. It was the closest book to movie adaptation I'd ever seen. I absolutely loved it. The trailer made me a little bit wary because I was like, it doesn't look exactly like I pictured it. But I feel like if you're taking a contemporary book and you're turning it into a movie, the trailer is not going to be like explosive as such an action film or a thriller. Like, it's going to be pretty plain because they can't spoil too much. And the movie definitely exceeded my expectations. I absolutely loved it so much, and I was so excited because the trailer I was like a little bit wary, and after seeing the film I really hope it comes on iTunes because I really just want to rewatch it over and over again because I loved this book. It was actually in my top 10 of 2015 books, which is if you haven't seen my videos, basically it's like just at the end of the year I take 10 books out of all the books I've read and tell you my favorites out of them. And this was one of them. And I absolutely love this book. I really need to read more of this man's work. This is a novel in translation. So speaking English, I can't understand what they are saying. So subtitles were key. And I would say the subtitle speed on this movie was a very good speed. If you're a slower reader, I think it will be, fairly good for you because how the actors speak, they speak a little bit slowly. There was never a time where I had to go back and pause the screen and read back what they said. It moved really good because sometimes I have to pause the screen if they're like going on tangents, but I found it did a really good job of flowing nicely where you could read and you could take your eyes off the screen for a second and still be, on the words, because sometimes I had to look down or something if I was writing a note. Speaking of notes, I'm looking down at my notebook if you're wondering what I'm looking down at. So I'm basically going to go, well actually I'll give you a brief synopsis of the movie in case some of you guys don't know what this book is about. So basically this book is about Ove, and he is 58 years old or 59 if I'm remembering correctly. And he's been going through some hard times recently. He lost his wife. She passed away from cancer. And he's very grumpy. And he's very particular. He likes things a certain way. He does an inspection every day. He is very proper. He has his routine. He likes a schedule. He likes rule abiders. But basically, where is it? So I'm just trying to look at the back because I don't want to spoil it. So such unswerving conviction about what the world should be and a lifelong dedication to making it just so. And in the end, you'll see there's something about Ove that is quite irresistible. So this book basically is, like, you can see all these things. Like, he's very structured, and obviously it's going to get a little bit shaken up in the movie. So basically the film, I have a few notes, so I'm going to read through them. So I loved how the movie, like the street and the architecture and all that, it was exactly as I pictured it. Well, the architecture wasn't quite, but I live in a different part of the world, so the architecture varies from where you live. But I really loved how all the houses were in the row like in the books. They all had the same color, kind of like coordination. You had the park, the gates, the sheds. Like, it was just exactly like I pictured it. And it was also breathtaking. Like, I really just love to see architecture in other places and like neighborhoods and suburbs and what they look like in different places. I think that's really interesting because a lot of the films I watch are mostly, I would say, out of the US, and a lot of like the suburbs kind of plays look very much the same, at least the movies I've been seeing. So it was very interesting to see that. I loved how they had his inspection, especially repeated throughout the movie. This is basically where he goes around the neighborhood and checks to make sure, you know, there's no litter, the signposts are proper, all the garage doors are locked. And I loved how they had inspection music cued with it. So every time you go on it, they'd have like this violin piece, if I'm not mistaken. And it was really good. Also, the actor who plays Uwe encapsulates his essence perfectly. This actor was phenomenal in this role, as well as all the secondary characters such as Anita, Rune, Sonia, Jimmy, Parvana, Patrick, and their daughters. I think everybody did a phenomenal job. I really loved all these actors and actresses. I'm going to have to look up, especially the one who played Uwe, his IMDb to see if there's any films that have subtitles I can watch of his, because he was a really good actor. Perfectly encapsulate. Oh, like I couldn't, like it wasn't like, I don't know the like who the actor is or what other films he's been in, so it's like I can compare it to some other works, but like all the characters perfectly jumped in. They looked like you thought they'd look. Well, at least I thought they'd look, and I just really liked that. I think the actors were phenomenal in their roles, and they did it justice. So all the characters, as I said, as I pictured them. A quote I really did enjoy. I'm not sure if this quote was in the book. They had a few. There's one quote that I really love in the book, and it's about the home and how it kind of the home is resemblant of love and that stuff. They didn't have that quote, which I was a little sad about, but you know, it was a great movie regardless. And the one quote I really liked in this film was, "One thing is certain though, whatever we do in life, no one gets out of it alive." I really enjoyed that quote. I'm not sure if it's in the book, so if you guys have read the book recently and tabbed that quote, definitely let me know, because I'd love to know the page number if that is actually in the book. So I also love how the colors in the scenes are soft in flashbacks, because it kind of resembles a happier time. It's lush lighting, warm lighting, and in like, you know, modern day, it's more of a cold lighting, because it kind of shows the transition of Uwe's like certain parts of the scene when he was really happy and like really go lucky and doing good, in his old flashbacks was warm. There were some tragic scenes that were darker, and in modern day it's darker because he has been going through a hard time. And I don't know if that, I feel like that was intentional, but I just really love that transition because it just kind of was like an aura of Uwe's moods, which I really did enjoy. I also love the flashback scenes in general. I think they were really well, and I really like how the flashbacks take place. They're usually when Uwe is, well, this is going to contain spoilers, so just let you know. It's usually when Uwe is trying to kill himself and he's in this state of, you know, hallucination. I'm not sure if that's the correct term, but all the memories come flooding back, or when somebody asks like, or brings up a memory, like it usually just flashes back. Like they're seamlessly put into the film, which I did enjoy. It wasn't choppy, it just flowed really nicely. I really love the hospital scene. It was hilarious when he really bonds with Parvana's kids. I also really missed though the part where the cat is in the car with him and he's like grumpily asking the cat, and the cat tears up the paper. But obviously the cat, like he slams on the brake and the cat hits the seat, and you wouldn't want to put that in the movie because that's, you know, not very nice to the actor animal. A little bit of animal abuse there. So, you know, that's obviously not good. I think I would have loved to see just him talking to the cat, because he didn't have very many, I don't even think he had a scene where he talked to the cat in a Garvey manner besides hissing and shooing it away. So I really wish, like, not necessarily car breaks, but I really wish he had some defiant moments with the cat in there. But that's very subpar. Like, I just wanted him to be, like, talking to the cat, because in the book he's a little bit sassy with the cat, and the cat just gets on his nerves and, like, tries to natter at him, like, ripping up the newspaper in the car. Like, not obviously the brake part, because I wouldn't want to see the cat hurt. But, like, in the book it's like, you know, nobody's getting hurt. But just like him talking to the cat, I would have liked a little bit of that. That'd be, like, the only flaw I'd really say the movie has. I loved Uwe's relationship with Parvana's kids, and it was so cute seeing him wave to them in the windows at night. It was just really good. I just really loved that relationship, and seeing it on screen made it even better. I love how the flashbacks are read beautifully, like I said. It was such a heartwarming film, it almost made me cry. Like, the book is so heartwarming, and the film translated the essence perfectly. The ending I thought was different than the books, but actually I went back and looked through the books, and it's actually pretty similar. I really love this book to movie adaptation. I have such good things to say about it. I definitely want to see it again when, I really just want to own this movie, because I just want to show everybody in my life, because it's really good. And I'm really appreciative that Music Box Films let me see this film, because even though, like, obviously I was supposed to do a review, these are my own genuine opinions. I really love the book, so of course I was going to really love the film, because I'd heard good things about it. So I'm going to put the information links in the down bar. You guys should definitely go check it out, especially if you read this book and you thought the trailer looked meh. It's actually really good. Even if you haven't read the book, I suggest maybe picking up the book first, because you have time, because I think it comes out the 30th of September. because this was actually a really good book as well as a really good film. And yeah, that's basically it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.